burnout or something of the sort, where they're just kind of tired post-Mongolia Messinomatic land, where they finished third. They're kind of just feeling the after effects of it. You know, so far today, the results haven't been kind. We caught that OT against Sinners, which was pretty unlucky. And then after that, it tails off quite rapidly. 13-7 to 3D Max, and then the 13-8 to Rush B, which is that one especially pretty damning. But if they can get maybe a win under their belt, at least it could be a bit of a confidence and a safe face type of vibe. If they go 0-4, I don't know, man. I feel like there's nothing really to converse about for the side anymore, at least in this competition directly.
All right, here we go. Action underway then. Aurora, can they stop instead, or will PARIVISION get the upper hand here? A lot of teams love that CT-sided start, so maybe it'll have an effect. PARIVISION stacking at the top end of mid. Looking to end A, I would imagine, via connector, maybe via window if they get super, super lucky with a play like that. They're going to take him. Trying to roll in a big, big pack here and hopefully get something going, but ultimately not looking for any early opportunities. Aurora not giving them any kills here, so weird one.
One more go down is the main thing for them. PARIVISION now going to play in this post bomb. Alpha for one, only gets one as Resop will trade. Tapping away, Belchanok gets caught by the hands of Deco. Him and that USPS, best friends, they are tight-knit bunch. He's so crisp with it. Tap on towards the bomb, they're sticking in. Lucky's got a kit. Doesn't matter regardless, as all will fall. Aurora, draw first blood here to kick start his final best of one of the day. And a bomb is good for PARIVISION, but realistically, that retake is very solid.
It's true. It's very, very true indeed. So we'll see Aurora. Like I was saying, they need that initial confidence boost, and maybe a nice little retake like that, you know, reminds them where they are and who they are. Still going to be tough to run it back, but listen, man, it could happen. It could happen. Win this game here. Flawless tomorrow. As we have said, it's kind of open. Oh, Deco, nice find from him round the corner. Anything else on the cards here for Aurora? Will be hanging around. Going to get that smoke down early. Nade goes in. No damage comes off, but it will scare the T's from the B push.
Quiet for a moment. PARIVISION, let's scratch their heads a little bit, especially he's now, you know, down to 4. No real idea about what this setup's looking like for Aurora. Gotta go searching for information. All in all, not a bad little spot to kind of put yourself in with a numbers advantage, and no need to overfight, but I say that Alpha will get a freebie catching Deco, but Kenzie will answer with one of his own.
Kenzie in behind, looking for a good timing here to get another kill. And in and around that smoke, he's going to get it done. Norvi comes round, I believe, towards B there. Yeah, catching the sort of lurking player. Kicker. Difficult fights for him. Will get bested by Lackey up high. So, slightly dicey for a moment, but Aurora ultimately had the drop, had the positional advantage for that one.
So, 2-0. PARIVISION, no bomb plant. No real buy to work with. A couple of upgraded spots. Nothing really that we kind of care about all too much. PARIVISION, maybe if they can... You normally take, you know, with the Tech 9s, a couple of flashbangs. If you can try and pop into the site, guarantee a plant, maybe give yourself a bit of luxury. They're going to opt for the Deagles, though, which is a little harder to make work. One pop shot, a nade behind as well. Could chunk a lot, and it will. Oh, it will. Kenzie for 2, Lucky for 1, and nice and simply this round being put to bed. And Deco on the quick reaction finds one of his own. Nice and simple, no two ways about it. And that is going to be kick it falling to 5. Stay alive, a flawless third. Another ball by Aurora. This is much better. This is much, much better from Aurora than what we've seen so far today.
Yeah, well, I mean, a conversation in between maps is obviously a big part of it. But I think they, again, end up on Mirage. It is a really comfortable map. You don't have to think too hard, right? The Dust 2 is a bit weird in there against 3D Max. We weren't massive fans of that, and, you know, especially when they were already 1 down. Tough start to the day as well when they lost out in overtime, you know? So it has been kind of rough for Aurora. Somebody has to have it rough and make a few sideways guesses that don't go their way, but maybe expect a bit better from one of the more tenured teams. Not even just the fact that they're a great looking team, but they've been together for a while now, and they have some names that have been hanging around this kind of level for a long time.
It's true. Very true. Result. Holding in towards Cat, but a lot of noise being made via window as Patsy makes a little move. Swing towards Result. Not going to overfight here. Himself in towards ladder. Actually quite well played. Reluctantly has to give him mid-control, but he doesn't overfight to lose his life. So not a bad way to go about it. It's good information plays.
Oh, got to get this catch here. Deco tries to draw him in. It's all a bit of a fake out for Result, but only 1 from him. Doesn't get the hardcore drop that maybe he was looking for. Kenson, surely not. Oh, man. He goes in for a peek. It's the nade that backs him up, however. Suddenly, it swung in favor briefly. Brought back. Very sort of messy exchange, but Aurora, for a moment there, it looked like, you know, the round was kind of over before it begun. So they've been given a lifeline.
2v2. Kick it. Alpha, both low. Swing and a fine from Alpha, the youngster, new boy on the block. Filling the boots of Jerry with a lovely reactionary shot there. And Norvi now going to lead by example himself. This is not an easy one. Kick it. It's probably the first fight he'll get from CT. Reaction, though, not there. Norvi tempted. With that save, he's waiting for an overfight, but it's not being given his way. As long as PARIVISION don't peek, they win this round.
Yep, certainly looks that way. Norvi trying to charge in. He does have that kit available, but everything else against him does not feel confident enough to just go sort of flying into proceedings. So he's maybe looking a little more for the exits. Does he get him? He does indeed. Alpha gives him the fight at the end. He's not going to make it out, though, is he? So, you know, not a bad result in the end for Aurora, but a pretty nice one for PARIVISION. There will be money available, but yeah, it looked like maybe Aurora had done enough to bring it back, actually, briefly an advantage. PARIVISION doing well in that 2v3.
It's true. It is true. I'll take it. They will take it indeed. Tactical timeout going to be called here. That being said, this is now a decent spot in which they can maybe build upon a little bit. You know, bomb plant, converted as a 2v2 conversion, and of course doing it with low HP as well. It's good work. Good to see Alpha as well getting very active. A youngster who is very highly regarded coming through as potentially one of those, you know, next-gen players who can really make a bit of a difference. I mean, he had a bit of small stint on towards Sprout. Primarily, of course, plays at Spirit Academy. I think he's just a stand-in here. But he's been turning a lot of heads. He was in Cloud9 Academy, now Spirit Academy, played on Sprout for a little bit too. Boston Crab, who of course had Elian for a little bit as well. This is, yeah, a youngster a lot of people are keeping an eye on. Individually, very talented from what I've seen of him in the past. So far, so good. 3 on scoreline. Back into an investment. Deco gets his AWP out. Something which you haven't seen out from PARIVISION just yet.
Jump spot here from Norvi. Don't know that he's going to have really any eyeballs on him. They can certainly hear him over here as well. Kicker looking for the catch. Ooh, not quite. Norvi, though, the fight's coming quite quick. He actually does manage to win it and survive. Lovely set of protocols. Bellatronic will trade one back, but, you know, it feels like it's all in vain here. 4v2 as Deco has been ever present with the AWP thus far. And around the smoke. Nice find. Quickly dealt with. So they just don't have the numbers to make this work.
Move here. Oh, Frost spots the heads, and he will get the kill, and manages to avoid the AWP for now. He didn't know, should be a dead man walking, and he will. Deco gonna find that kill. I'm very interested to see when we get Frost in towards the AWP, however. You know, Frost versus Deco is a really cool head-to-head. These are two of the most prolific AWPers in Tier 2, and even though PARIVISION's results have been bad, generally speaking, Frost is still, without a doubt, one of the more talented up-and-comers coming through. Yeah, that stint, obviously, on Spirit before, nothing really he did wrong, but when Shiro's in the market, you gotta say yeah. And yeah, what we've seen from Frost in the past, he's a seriously talented individual, so I'm interested to see what he looks like when he gets the AWP in play. Can he keep up with Deco, who can be difficult to stop? Belchinok is the Eagle, gonna find the first.
Kenzie does manage to even things up quite quickly. Still, though, the pistols can be ever deadly. Resol spotting another towards middle. Going to go in for a bit of a peek. Does have to be careful. You know, the whole team is here. Deco's molly doesn't quite make the mark, and they are going to get a player up in towards window. Did Deco spot him there? Yeah, AWP is back out. It's a funny business round here, he says. So, looking good. PARIVISION, that was kind of their only little bit of control. And now it's gone.
Got mid, but it's about where you go from here, which is the tough one. 50 seconds, and no decision being made here. PARIVISION really slowing down the clock, and that's always about it. That's why. Kick it. Nice shot with the Eagle. Kenzie gets clipped, and maybe a world in which they can work with here. Bit of a pop shot from short will give away the ruse there. Gonna boost the fight, and not a bad angle for Kicker. You might be able to find yet another. He gets a tag. Resol still sticking on for the fight. Norvi will get his, and that's also the bomb too.
Resol trying to finish off the round. It's all sort of a battle of who's going to get the kills here. And unfortunately, not for Resol. It'll be his teammates to finish things off. 5th round moving round for Aurora then. Starting to roll through the motions here. I am certainly curious as to what this follow-up from PARIVISION looks like. I think it's going to have to be quick. Could get out of hand here if they're not careful.
Very true. Very, very true. Already a decent lead, right? At 5-1 is it's just a much better showing up from Aurora, who really not felt like themselves. I think it's safe to say today. They can get a win. It's better than nothing. Well, this does feel one-sided. Actually, a little worse off in the Sinners Saw game. Sinners are 7-1 up over Saw currently. They are loving life over there. Aside that, you know, we spoke both saying Aurora are pretty good, but at the mention Sinners, that final against Sangal was they lost out 2 separate maps going towards overtime. So unfortunate for them. I feel like they deserve a Pro League spot. For how well they've been playing recently. Question is, can they do it when it gets to the best of 3s as well? Resol will find Patsy, the pop and beat.
Yeah, they're actually already out as well. I don't know whether Norvi's going to fully respect this. He does. He's heard him. He's tracked him. Looking good here, isn't it? Belchonok with a nice find, but he's the only one left. Too many fights here. Potentially nearly caught a player with nade in hand there as well. There is this flank. I think Deco playing things nice and safe. Take the fight if he needs to, but he's trying to just conjoin with his teammate. Ultimately, back end of Belchonok spotted there. They know where he's at. Pistol out once again with Deco. Spray down. Would have been there. He ran out of ammo. That's so unfortunate. Really could have been on for a round. He had the bomb as well, right? So very, very unlucky for Belchonok, but no dice in the end. Aurora keep rolling through.
So, at a 6-1 scoreline, this is not a bad spot in which Aurora have kind of put themselves upon. We talk about foundations built up. Mirage is a seat-set map generally, but even locking it in with kind of how rough today has been, just getting a 6th on the board, I think, is a nicety to have. If they can get any more for any more, that'd be lovely. But this could be really difficult. Spamming towards mid, not good. Looks like they'll pop out A.
Lucky. So blind. Oh my goodness gracious. Just fades at the perfect moment, however. as well to get even one there. He was, yeah, he couldn't see anything for a little while. Resol looking to deny the bomb plan, and he will just about in the very final moment of it. Kind of nice. It denies PARIVISION, you know, that small victory, and continues the dominating look here of this first half. Bai will come back in, lacks a little bit around the edges, but ultimately it's still pretty good. However, that bomb planting just kind of keeps you alive.
It's the small thing. The small things you'll take. Having that bomb plant. Bai back in. All thrusting towards the orb. I spoke about this head-to-head. So far, it's been going well for Deco generally because he's the only one who's had the orb. 12 and 2 he finds himself. Let's see. Can Alfrost keep him at bay? Teetered orbing on Mirage is difficult. And he's had a slow game thus far. And again, so is everybody over towards PARIVISION, to be honest. In the corner, Alpha takes a little bit of damage. Yeah, I'm going to be giving mid, though, which at the very least isn't bad.
Oh, nice chunky nade. Can see. Yeah, ready and waiting for that fight. Gonna win it. Aurora just looked way better here. This is kind of what we were expecting coming into the day, potentially. Slow, a build-up. Maybe too slow, but doesn't matter at the moment. They are in the zone. Winning every fight they take. Everybody positive. Everybody looking good. Maybe Lackey's a bit quiet, but again, as to be expected out from him. 3 remain here for PARIVISION. The bomb site again, it would seem. Ooh, and with Belachonok finding that, maybe we do have, you know, some options.
There's a world. Ooh, his head nearly spotted there by Resol. He's a very, very good short side player. So when he gets going. They come 30 seconds to look towards B here. Resol holding, spots a shoulder, doesn't overfight though, waiting for a drop down out of window. It will be forced into 1, and that's it. Norby strikes one of his own. Looks for 2, but Kicker doubles down. Maybe a chance given. Bomb has to be recollected. They don't know that no one's near enough. He's tentative about picking up that bomb. They have no idea where they're coming from. He's probably going to get pinted here. Goes to plant short, and he can't. 8-1. And PARIVISION, this is a dire showing. We did talk about this map a little bit as well and said, you know, for Aurora, surely they don't lose it. And this is what we're seeing now, because at the moment, this is a little all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's really, really rough. I think maybe just checked out. Gotta take some time, surely, you know, and really just sort of work it out. Figure out a set round. We've not even seen like a fully fledged execute out from them. Belachonok, he looks okay in the past few. Gonna go in for a fast one, try and brute force A. Meanwhile, at middle, they have lost the battle. Resol back around here, weary of where Belachonok could be. Can see, holds his line. That's the big kill, really. Nice heady from Kicker, but any more than that? Ooh, okay, I would be surprised. Oh, the kills don't quite come round for Kenzie. He's softened them up massively. It's all down to Norby. Could certainly get this one over the line, but it's become costly, and it is a bomb plant, of course. He doesn't hear the digits being tapped in. Got that nade is what I'm sort of keeping my eyes on.
Uh-oh.
Could be well placed here. Oh, lovely. Just above. Kick it, never heard it coming.
Yeah, and I think, you know, again, that a lot of that does come down to just the fact that they've been softened up so much. You spoke of it. So much damage being dealt there and by Kenzie, and probably should have got to kill himself, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. 9-1. What a showing. We are being treated to right now. The most one-sided game across the board of all of them that are alive. But actually, all the games so far have been pretty one-sided. 9 Panthers Rush B has only just started, but then Sinners are 8-3 up against Sort, and Monty are 7-2 up against 3D Max. Monty, who looked like one of the rougher sides. So actually, both the sides who are 0-3 coming in towards the last set of games today might be on track to stealing, well, I say no, stealing, getting a win actually quite confidently. Attack ball's done. I think at 9-1 already, it feels like maybe the beginning of the end here, but not completely doom and gloom just yet. If you can get 3 rounds, tail end of this T side, then kicks up the CT side, well, maybe we can work with something. A lot of speculation that's needed. A lot of externalities need to combine. So far, not so good.
Oh, Patsy. Oh, Belichonok. Here we go. PARIVISION. This is what they're all about, man. Clean headshots in the previous. Didn't quite get it over the line. But this will make a difference. Just Norvi remaining on the A-bomb side itself. They've got to check him cleanly. Get away with. Oh, murder here. One. Not quite the second. You know, the spacing really, really not great there. Gave him a chance to reset. Could not capitalize quite. We'll see what the game plan is going to be there. Money is not perfect on the Aurora side. I think maybe just setting up for exits. Still, though, Gecko finds a cheeky one. Thinking about it. Yeah, smoke's coming out. Creating them some space. Oh, I don't know, man. It's not going to be easy here with two stacked up on Tetris like this. Surely the trades are nice and easy. All the utility going down. Give them the idea that maybe they are going for it. If Kenzie had found anything wild, they would stick around. But you see Deco's really not moved from that market position.
Yeah, he was waiting to see whether they already got a little angsty at the end to test. But yeah, it's not to be. Alfred's having a look at the tail end. I don't think he'll be gifted anything. That's PARIVISION putting a second on the board. Like I said, 3 rounds of T-side. It's not awful. Just with how MR12 works, you can actually really start to make a run of things. But fundamentally, it's still been about half. No two ways about it. If Aurora lock in double digits, it does feel like done and dusted. They will buy in. But the buy isn't fantastic for this final round with an MP9 and a FAMAS, may I say, brought to the table. It's feasible, it's workable, but it's not wonderful. Shall see. But double AWP is still kind of a funny one. Norvi has enjoyed picking up the AWP recently, in all fairness. We saw him do it a couple of times on land.
It's true, to be fair, yeah. Something that they've got in the back pocket, and I mean, when he's playing well, it makes sense. Deco, however, he shows him how it's done, of course. Flash comes in. Oh, solid stuff. Nice pluck from Artfrost, but surely in vain. Flash over the top, ineffective, but it gives him the confidence for the peak, and he will win the fight. Advantage still there for Aurora. Bomb still there for Aurora, of course, but at the very least, Artfrost making it interesting.
Artfrost. Nice find. Nice find. Deco gifts him a kill into 2 versus 2. Aurora, from finding the opening double, 5v3, they've let it slip a little bit. Over-fighting, over-facing, and Artfrost finding. If you feed this AWP, he will eat away at you. The only thing that they have the issue of is just collecting that bomb. It's just dropped in no man's land. So getting it so difficult. And a lot of this comes out to Belichonok in this big flank. And he'll find Norvi. Surely PARIVISION aren't about to win this sort of a round.
Can't see. In between them. Here's one. Ooh, the dink. The gun making a difference. Nade comes in, half of his HP gone. He's not even found one of the kills yet. The timing is so weird. He'll eliminate the first, and the AWP now doesn't necessarily care. Shot misses Kenzie. Trying to capitalize, gets aggressive, and will indeed take him down. Double digits for Aurora. Where has this been all day? We'll see if it continues for them in the second half.
Making magic when they need it most.
Middle
Hello, one and all. Welcome back in here. Aurora looking to give us a quick finish towards the end of the day. Quick finish for themselves. Of course, last game here before we check in with those other games. They hit themselves onto double digits, looking really, really strong in that first half. Maybe should have tried to get Mirage out a bit earlier, as they have left themselves a difficult task in the EPL Season 20 qualifiers.
For sure. For sure. If Aurora found a pistol here on this T side, I think it's safe to call this one concluded. We'll see. A quiet start, says Mr. Round, though. Aurora, looking for some fights. Not committed or anything, but it looks like the bomb must go back over towards A, even though they didn't really spot anything towards B apartments. There was no presence, no util, nothing of the sort, but the spotty sensors are saying them they should go towards A.
They seem to have the guess, the read. Why not? Keep it simple. Got plenty of rounds to work with. Execute. P250 in the mix. Let's try and go from there. Patsy going to get a smoke down. Just allow him the space to back off and, you know, maybe scare them around what's going on in towards CT. But they're pretty confident. Deco going to go for the plant. Spam is a little close. Lackey, though, getting very cheeky indeed. Oh, Alpha spotted him. If only the smoke had worked in his favor. Not how it goes down. They do have this kit as well on the PARIVISION side that you got to bear in mind. Nice little find in towards jungle. Novi a little slow to react. Kenzie and Deco with it all to do then against the barrage of CTs here. That bomb getting defused as well. They've got to get him off, and they just do not respect the kit. Finding some kills in the interim, but it does not matter in the end. Deco will stay alive, but the round goes away with PARIVISION.
Yeah, not bad. Not too shabby at all. And so needed, I think, as well. Lackey, interesting decision, I think is the way I'll put it. For them, for him to try and play aggro like that. But all in all, 10-3 scoreline, still a monstrous recovery needed to get back in towards this game. So I'm not sold upon it just yet. Better than nothing, but a bomb plant will mean Aurora bye. Simple as. 7 rounds of deficit. PARIVISION find this. They can chip the deficit away relatively comfortably to about 5 because of the eco that has to come following it. Oh, Deco, good start. Only goes for 1 though. That's an AK down. And now in the hands of Resso as Kenzie's Galil rattles off.
What is the move here from PARIVISION? Oh, on the edge of the smoke. Ressalts. Too quick, too aware. Looking good here. And again, it's just a kind of epitomizes the way that Mirage has been going down. Aurora can't really do any wrong. You know, pistol goes against them. It kind of happens. There's a kit in play. They even looked like they were maybe going to be back into, you know, the running in that round. The 4v2 went down to a 2v1. But then they win the follow-up force. It's just kind of wild, isn't it, really? Yeah, they're playing great Counter-Strike, not putting a foot wrong, and PARIVISION cannot match. We sort of have what feels like a very similar team, the way that they approach the game, just not to the same sort of level. But it is a bit of a shame. You know, Kicker, he's your winner. Bella Chonok, one of the up-and-coming names here. Patsy, Art Frost, very, very impressive while they were under Spirit, but I don't know. PARIVISION, the team, it's looking really, really dire.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's not been looking good. Not even into this performance, but yeah, you know, the whole dynamic over there, changes absolutely have to be made. Something's got to give, because this is a side who have really not given us a lot to work with since they come to fruition. They've been trying desperately. So far, not so good. Kenzie, going to move up here in towards Connector. Going to be taking a bit of control, but he's not going to overextend to the smoke, which is smart. Pistol to his left and right. They might actually double swing this. Back spotted. There's the first. They didn't swing together, so he gets away with a kill, but he will be caught, back turned, and now they're going to pop on towards A. They should realize it's, for the most part, on demand.
Yeah, one would assume so. Art Frost on this scout. Can he soften any of them up before they move into the site itself? Alpha getting caught by a cheeky move up. My goodness, and Aurora just gonna mow through them, bro. I think it's offensive to Counter-Strike players to even call that a defense of the A-bomb site. Just an absolute capitulation here from PARIVISION.
Yeah, that's for sure. That is for sure. 12-3. You look over towards that CT side, and you look at what they've got to work with, and the answer is nothing. Seriously difficult. They've got to try and do it on a low buy. This one is a non-starter of a map, and probably of a round 2 would require a miracle to the least. An attack will come through for Belchinok, but that is about as good as it gets for him. And they're barreling in towards B. There's only one man here of Kicker who has to try and lock it down. The Flames do at least a bit of damage, but actually poor time for the rotation, in all fairness.
Ooh, nice find from Art Frost. Oh, nice find from Alpha. Here we go. A bit of life left in the old dog yet. Another kill for Art Frost. The bomb has hit the deck. Lackey's not quite in the action just yet, but he is beginning to close that gap. They've not really clocked it, you know, not really capitalized on trying to find a 1v1. He gets a drop onto Patsy. This might be it for PARIVISION. Art Frost, though, he says, oh, otherwise, trying to find his final headshot. Kenzie pulls off the reload, left a little bit low, and Art Frost will get it. The spray wasn't quite on. Big 4K, just mentioned him, just said he'd been a bit quiet, and he has a heck of a round there to keep PARIVISION alive.
And, well, for Aurora, they massively overthink that situation. No two ways about it. Just one by one, feeding over towards the PARIVISION side. And, hey, they'll take them. Individually, we know Art Frost is somebody who can absolutely massacre teams. It's just, you know, on this team, specifically for him, he hasn't been given too many opportunities to do so. That one's good, though. Showing he's still got it. No spirit and all of that. Move up in by a mid here. He'll break that smoke as Alpha starts to creep up, and he actually might go a little overlooked here. The flash is good, and Alpha gets one. He knows about a second, but he's not going to stick around too much. And actually, on the reload is Norview falls.
Oh, that's all going to be the next to go down as well. So, you know, PARIVISION giving us a bit of something here to work with, a few rounds that they can go back and watch and gather some tape on, you know, why did these work. Deco. Down he will go as well. So not really anything coming out from Aurora. It'll be a break of the bank from PARIVISION. Comfortably up to 6, I would say. Aurora might go for a force here. Would be kind of wild, but they do have a lot of rounds to play with.
Game should have been done and isn't. And, you know, credit to PARIVISION, at least mentally not checking out. Same can't be said over towards some of our other games, though. Monty, I picked up their first win. 13-3 over 3D Max is kind of wild. And so ways about that. And so there's 11-6 for them against Saw. The nade should do the damage. Actually gets out. Somehow Norvie escapes.
Kind of wild. Alpha. Oh, to be careful here, playing with fire a little bit. He's going to start to get some support in. That's kind of the key thing. Don't really want to lose anyone in this round if you are PARIVISION. They'll look to bail away, try and give A go. Patsy gets perfect timing there onto Lackey. Should be all good here. Damage keeps coming in. And yeah, the pack is on the way, you know, to make sure there's no funny business.
Oh, Kenzie. A shot on towards Alpha. But it's all for naught. Back into the investment here, though, for Aurora. 6 more chances to close this one out. So they're not really feeling too much pressure just yet. Well, a couple more of these gun rounds lost, and I think that conversation might start to shift quite rapidly. We'll have a pause, though, for Aurora. Going to get Brain on towards the mic active. See what he can do. I think for now, for Brain, it's probably just calming them down. They've had a very, very good map here after a very poor day. Just slow them down. stop getting them, you know, giddy in towards fights and stuff, and they probably should be fine.
Yeah, you would hope so, man. I wonder how Brain's doing, to be fair. But
how's the leg holding up?
Yeah, should be all right from home. You know, might be a bit difficult. Jönköping, is he going to be there?
Oh, yeah. Good question. Is he going to fly out to Jönköping? You know, right, we got told as well he's post Jönköping. He's meant to go on a walking holiday with his family.
Yeah.
Something tells me that ain't happening.
Yeah, so I suppose context a little bit for people that don't quite know. Brain injured his leg while he was in Mongolia. I think we'll leave it there. And that's fair enough. We maybe know a little bit more as to why, but I think we'll just say he injured himself. It happens. It was on stage, so that's kind of fair. It wasn't anything
I think he did.
mental.
He did post about it in his Telegram.
Oh, okay.
It is known to a degree. Basically, he fell off the stage.
Yeah, sure. Patsy, holding from sandwich here, looking good. Oh my goodness, Patsy, sir. Ridiculous spray down. A few more of those, and we'd certainly have a game on our hands. But yeah, some really nice individual moments coming out from PARIVISION suddenly. You know, again, it does beg the question, where has this been? But solid stuff, at least in this round.
Lucky. Making a move. He should get caught. Back turns. And he up. And that will be that. PARIVISION making a conversation here. This isn't too bad so far. And we're at, and you know, we're talking probably like 3 to 4 gun rounds before potentially PARIVISION can take this towards overtime. I mean, it's not completely outlandish of a conversation. This has been so far so good, and I'm actually getting a little concerned now. Aurora seem mentally all over the place, so checked out. You know, thinking this game's done, and it's not.
Yeah, they got to watch themselves for sure. Oh, lucky. Big fine, but Alpha bringing them back down to reality here as he gets a double kill of his own. Spotting out another, surely. Oh, got to be done. A little awkward there with the Molotov, but it's not going to make a difference at all. Norvi. Any kills for him? Tech 9 out. Gotta be a little weary. They will split up slightly, expecting him to have run off by now. Not the case. He is deleted, however. So its stats really doesn't have an effect on the economy. I don't think PARIVISION are super bothered about that. They're looking good money-wise now. It's either, you know, they lose it. Unless, like, we get 4 in a row from them where, well, it would have to be 3 in a row, wouldn't it? But yeah, money's not an issue, is what I'm saying.
It's true.
Aurora, got to close this one out quite quickly. It's getting out of hand. It's slipping through their fingers.
4-round game. 4-round game. Aurora, I mean, even getting bomb plants eluding them, so they're having little to no impact in these rounds. PARIVISION look absolutely like the better side. The only caveat that you still have to have is just any mistake that PARIVISION make, and it's done. Towards mid, swing, and a 5 for Belchanok. I mean, dry peak is crazy. Aurora mentally looks so checked out of this.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, but maybe they can make it work. Kenzie brute forcing his way in. 21st kill of the game. Echo on 20. That's kind of what they're leaning on right now, you know, is just the fact that the individual game has been 2 or 3 levels above PARIVISION, but, you know, if they don't watch themselves, it might swing the other way. Belchanok avoids the nade. Looking for a peek here. Very risky indeed, but he's going to get the timing anyway. Deco swings round. Good for 1. They're looking to absolutely fry him here, though. All 3 CTs. And yeah, he was looking for a kill. Didn't quite happen. That's the bomb trapped. Again, a bit of an oversight from Aurora is maybe an understatement. 40 seconds to find the bomb, get the kills. I don't rightly know what the avenue is going to be here.
Belchanok is tagged. Oh, it's just clearing hellhole is nigh on impossible, especially without a nade or a molly or anything of the sort. Result, stepping as well. So Belchanok just knows he's here. Doesn't need to move. You can spam this, is the only thing. He made noise. Oh, but Norvi snuck in the back lines. But then Norvi goes exposed to the AWP. Result is all that's left. 6 seconds. They can't do it. PARIVISION gonna find the 9th. Oh man, what is going on here? This is a crazy run of things coming through. And this is a really, really dire showing. 12-3. Now will turn 12-9. Aurora all over the shop in terms of their discipline and, you know, a dire showing. They've had a really poor day, but if in the off chance they were to lose this, inexcusable.
I mean, already it's at a level, you know, if we were talking about the next map, if it were a BO3, it'd be like, oh, this could be a big factor for PARIVISION in particular, but obviously not the case in the BO1s. I don't know, man. Even then, allowing it to come this close, you know, if you are looking at that solid run back that they're after, the sort of Cinderella run, this has to happen for them. They needed to be that one-sided affair. Oh, Result rough. Belachonok gets an opportunity for 2. Oh, no, no, no. Slipping away, man. This is really looking rough for Aurora. The one silver lining they have is maybe if they can get, you know, the stars to align, they just need the 1 round.
Yeah, and this... It's not looking like Ken's going to get 2. Hang on, maybe it is. Tekna around the corner. Uh-oh. Oh my god, Norvi, what are you doing? Kick is all that's left. How is this the round that Aurora are going to convert?
Insane. Absolutely insane. Again, just the individual level is what they've been leaning on. It comes off here, and Kenzie will confirm it. Man alive, Aurora not looking like their best selves, you know. This is potentially what could be a really sort of solid run for them. They had the Nomadic Masters, right? Finished 3rd there. Some extenuating circumstances affecting them. Maybe